Hello, my name is Donovan Favor. I'm a professor in supply chain and operations. One of the reasons why you should consider supply chain and operations as a concentration, first of all, the work is incredibly interesting. We do projects that really impact companies. They could be anywhere across the supply chain. There's all kinds of opportunities. We have very high placement rates. So as a student concentrating in supply chain, your first class is going to be the same class everybody takes, which is Business 370. It does a little bit of everything. It takes you all the way across the supply chain and you learn a little bit about each of those topic areas. When you get to the 400 level into your concentration classes, we do a lot more of a deep dive. So instead of just asking definitions and having you do a quick calculation, we'll provide you with a business problem. Customers are unhappy, a business is getting bad reviews. Use data analysis, use tools, use some Six Sigma quality techniques. Try and figure out what's going wrong and then make recommendations. What are you going to do when you get out? So supply chain applies to services, it applies to manufacturing, it applies to distribution. Almost every job, every industry you can think of has jobs in supply chain. The Supply Chain Resource Cooperative is part of our supply chain program. It's very unique. What does it do? It gets local companies involved in actually setting up projects for students to work on with their employees to solve real-world supply chain projects. And the great news is you get credit for it. It's a class. But you are fully engaged for 15 weeks in a project that the company cares about. If you're interested in the concentration, you're asking yourself, what strengths will help me excel? Are you organized and logical? Supply chains need to be efficient, and they need to operate well, and they need to serve customers in a way that the customer is happy, is served quickly, etc. If you're unsure or more interested in figuring out whether this might be the concentration for you, a couple simple things. Take Business 370. Business 370 is an overview class. It's not in the concentration. It's a class all business majors need to take. It doesn't go deep, but it tells you about every single element within the supply chain that's a critical factor that companies look at. Supply Chain Club. We have outside speakers. We go to manufacturing facilities. We go to distribution centers. Finally, I'd say mentorship. There's IBM. Has a Pathfinder program, many other companies where individuals that work for that company are looking for college students to take to work and show them what they do. Why would I recommend this? Why would I tell you as a student should be something that you seriously consider? The easiest answer I can give you is I loved it. I loved it in practitioner, I loved it when I was working, and I love teaching it. It's very practical. You actually are helping get stuff done, and it's a very interesting field to be in.